Hey everyone, this is my run on Queen of Charm Lufenia Plus, featuring the release of Twins LDBT, and this run is going to be a no boss turn run featuring the Aphmau, Sid Reigns and Bartz combo. The premise behind this run is that if Aphmau takes the 10 consecutive turn and she's linked up to Sid Reigns' turn will actually warp before the Lamia Queen's turn will warp, and therefore this allows you to use Sid Reigns to then pull back both of your other characters' turn and deny the Lamia Queen her turn. Little bit about the setup. So I have Bartz, Sid Reigns and Aphmau all fully built. I did remove Bartz Missile Lite passive, but otherwise all other passives are equipped. And the call abilities are quite important here. So what I have is a Cait Sith LD call on Bartz, a Kurasame LD call on Sid Reigns, and a Sephiroth LD call on Aphmau. Now starting off in the fight, because you want Aphmau to get the 10th turn, the first 10 actions is incredibly important. And what I did is to soft reset until Sid Reigns actually goes first, because then he can use his S2 to pull Bartz and allow you to have Bartz go into BT mode on turn 2. I will also put the turn order at the start of the fight in the video description so you can see what I did in order to allow Aphmau to get the 10th action in and trigger the boss warp. You may consider, or you may think that the consecutive turn warps will require very intense turn counting or planning ahead, but actually only the first turn warp is very important. Subsequently, what you just need to do is to ensure Aphmau gets the even numbered turn. So for example, Sid Reigns goes first and then Aphmau goes second after that, and so long as you alternate turns between Sid Reigns and Aphmau, Aphmau is guaranteed to get the 10th turn and deny Lamia Queen her turn warping mechanic. On Bartz's second turn, I had him use additional ability followed by Cait Sith LD call, and then I end his turn using Missile. This is quite important. You want to finish setup with Bartz before Lamia Queen does the turn warping on the first time. The Cait Sith LD call is quite important because the Lamia Queen actually has an extra 100% Brave and HP damage resistance during launch, which really neuters the Impact Strike Plus from Sid Reigns. Therefore, the Cait Sith call actually helps him to sustain his launch damage. Right here is where Aphmau takes the 10th turn, and as you can see, Lamia Queen tried to warp her turn, but so did Sid Reigns, and Sid Reigns' tactical switch will kick in first. For the second cycle of 10 actions, what you want to do is quickly have Sid Reigns set up Kurasame base and LD call to inflict hero on the Lamia Queen. This maximizes the damage potential because for the second cycle of 10 actions, you will be entering into summon mode and therefore capitalize heavily on the hero debuff. During this second cycle of 10 turns, when Aphmau first gets her turn, you want to immediately swap her out for the Sid Reigns support. There is one important thing to take note of for the second cycle of attacks. To guarantee that Aphmau gets the 10th turn again, you don't actually need to count the turns. What you want to do is to just remember who took the final turn before summon mode. So in this case, the support Sid Reigns took one turn here before I pop summon, and that's the thing that I need to remember. Now inside summon mode, there is one important thing you need to do. At this point, your Sid Reigns buffs and overhead should be very close to expiring. So right here is where I allow Bartz to get another turn so that I don't have to turn manipulate in my Sid Reigns. I can use his turn to use his EX and his S1 to refresh his overhead and buff respectively. Beyond this one turn inside summon, you actually do not want Bartz to ever get another turn again, because if he gets any turn, you may mess up the 10 turn order. The reason why this works is because I alternate turns between Seed Rains and Aphmau, and Aphmau always gets the even numbered turn, and this guarantees her turn number 10. What you want to do to continue on the chain of even and odd numbered turns between your Seed Rains and Aphmau is, like I said, to remember who took the final turn before summon. Whichever Seed Rains took the final turn before summon, you want the other Seed Rains to take the first turn after summon. So in other words, because Seed Rains took that one turn before summon, I want to make sure that my Seed Rains will be the first action after summon mode has ended. Now this works because summon mode actually doesn't count towards the 10 turns. So because my support Seed Rains, which is essentially Aphmau, took an even numbered turn, after summon, if my Seed Rains acts first, my Seed Rains will then take the odd numbered turn, and then I will alternate odd and even turns to ensure that when Aphmau comes back in, she will take the even numbered turn and trigger the warp. Aphmau comes back in. The moment Aphmau jumps back, you want to immediately use LD with Aphmau, targeting Seed Rains to refresh tactical switch. And this is actually also the 10th action, and Lamia Queen will warp her turns again. For the third cycle of 10 turns, it is very straightforward because you've really used up all the call abilities and summon mode. Here it's really just about strictly alternating turns between Aphmau and Seed Rains. So what you want to do is have Aphmau link with Seed Rains and make sure that tactical switch is always up so that you can always alternate turns between the two. And on Seed Rains' turn, you want him to call back Aphmau again. And this way, you not only deny Bartz from having a turn, you will also ensure that Aphmau will get the even numbered turns because Seed Rains started first right after the Lamia Queen warped her turn, and Aphmau took the second turn. So as long as you alternate turns between the two, you are guaranteed that Aphmau will take the 10th turn. Now you do have some leeway using this strategy if at any time during the run, if Aphmau did not manage to get a 10th turn and the Lamia Queen successfully warps her turn ahead and lets off an attack, you aren't really in that bad a position. The Lamia Queen's first turn is always guaranteed to be Magical Allure, which inflicts charm on one party member. But if you have Aphmau's debuff evasion up on everyone, then the Magical Allure effectively does nothing. So the Lamia Queen warped her turn. This is the third and final time. Since the boss is at 3%, I guess it is technically possible to kill off the boss before she warps her turn. But as long as you strictly alternate between Seed Rains and Aphmau, it's not really a problem here. And you can just continue to damage down the boss this way. Now that the boss is dead, the Lufenia damage reduction aura is gone, and the mannequins actually becomes extremely squishy. Notably, the mannequins don't have any resistances during launch, which means that Seed Rains will do full damage to them and will quickly finish the mannequins off. At this point also, because the Lamia Queen is dead, there's really no more need for the Cait Sith LD call. So if you really want to, you can let Bartz have a turn here and just let the Cait Sith LD call run out. Okay, that's it for this run. As always, if you enjoyed the content, do leave a like, comment or subscribe. It really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next Lufenia Plus fight. Bye!